here with the Crafty Home, and today I am here with my April wrap-up. In April I read, I think I just counted 11 books. I just counted and then I quickly forgot. I think it was 11. A lot of them were graphic novels, so yeah, but a couple of them were Brandon Sanderson novels, so kind of all evens out in the end. So the first one I read that I finished in April was Chew Volume 1, Taster's Choice, and I rated that 2 out of 5 stars. I know so many people love it, but personally, I don't think the art was that great for my style, and I didn't like, just the whole plot line was kind of confusing and weird to me, and I don't really enjoy the whole cannibalistic, eating people aspect. That's just not something that I like. So I tried it, but not for me. And next I finished, I did not read this all in April, but I finished The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I can see why a lot of people think it's slower at the beginning because it has a lot of political stuff, but I loved it. I loved everything about this book. I love the ending, but I can't tell you much more than that because it would ruin the rest of the series for you. But 5 out of 5 stars for that one for me. So next I read Amulet Volume 1, The Stonekeeper's Curse, or just The Stonekeeper, sorry, it's just The Stonekeeper, by Kazuo Kibushi. He did the art and the writing. The art is beautiful, I love it so much, and it's my kind of pretty art, I don't know, I really like it. And my son, I read it because I was reading it before I let my son read it. He is hooked now, he loves Amulet. So yeah, we're both in love, and that 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Very quick to read though, obviously. And next I finished The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This book was so good. I rated it 5 out of 5. It ends the series, answers all of your questions. It makes sense how it ends. It's kind of weird because it's like a bittersweet ending. Like, I don't necessarily like the way it ends, but it needed to end that way. And I like that it doesn't necessarily end as neatly as a lot of books do, if that makes sense. So yes, Hero of Ages. Next I finished Amulet Volume 2, The Stonekeeper's Curse. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I loved it. Then I read Amulet Volume 3, The Cloud Searchers, and then Amulet Volume 4, The Last Council. And I've rated those all 4 out of 5 stars. I have the 5th one on my nightstand, and my son's like, you have to read it. You have to read it now. So I'll get to it. Next came Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and I had been saving Mouse Volume 1 and Mouse Volume 2 from the library to read for this readathon. So I was very excited to get to them. I've wanted to read them for a long time. If you aren't familiar, they are Art Spiegelman, who is the author, him relating the story of his dad during World War II. And it's interesting, goes into concentration camps and such. And not only is it that, I thought it was really well written how it went back between Art like talking to his dad in the present day about his story and then writing the story in the past. It was really well written. I loved it. It was beautiful. Highly recommend it. And then for the rest of Dewey's 24-hour readathon, I read The Lightning Thief from Percy Jackson and the Olympians, #1 by Rick Riordan. And yes, I had never read Percy Jackson when it came out. I was not the age for it. I think I was probably in college and busy reading college textbooks. So I've never read it and didn't hear about it until I started BookTube, almost 3 years ago now, or it's been over 3 years maybe. Anyway, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I love it. I don't know what else to say. You get so engrossed in the story. If you haven't read it, you need to. And I started Sea of Monsters, which is #2, but the library needed it back, so I have, well, I couldn't renew it anymore. They didn't necessarily need it back. So I returned them all and have re-put them on hold, and we'll get it again soon so I can start it again. And then lastly, in April, I read The Inn at Ocean's End by Colleen Cobble. This is one that I had for review from LitFuse. Fifi wants to make an appearance, apparently. And it's a Sunset Cove novel. It's the first that's going to be in a series, but I think they're just like a type of series where they're all just going to be in the same setting. This book was good. I had it figured out before the end, and I think I rated it, I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, just because it was good, but it wasn't like amazingly good, if that makes sense. But it is really good, a good solid story about a woman who is heir to multi-million dollars, and her she was lost when she was little. She was kidnapped and was gone for a year, but she doesn't remember this. And now she's an adult, and she goes back there for a business meeting to this same hotel, and all these memories resurface, and yeah, the mystery gets solved. It doesn't necessarily end the way you expect it to. There's a little love interest, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. It's well written. It just about, halfway, 3/4 of the way through, you pretty much have it figured out, which is fine. Like, it's not how I thought it would end at the beginning, and it was very good. So that's why I gave it 3. 3 is not bad. 3 is just average. Good. Yeah. So those are the books I read in April. Let me know down below what you read in April, or if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts were on them. And until next time, I'll chat with y'all later. Bye.